Misogyny is the most stealth egregore in the world. And if that sentence makes you pause, it should. An egregore is a collective thought form. It's part of the field of consciousness. It has its own energy force, and it's often strong enough to operate unnoticed and unquestioned. It's a pattern that stays alive because it's repeated, normalized, and emotionally reinforced. No one has to consciously agree to it. If enough people live it, it runs. The most powerful egregores aren't loud or violent. They're very familiar. They feel like common sense. They just feel like the way things are. And the sneakiest ones get programmed incredibly early. Misogyny doesn't usually show up as hatred. It shows up as expectations. Language is the first installer. Girls are bossy, boys are leaders. Girls are dramatic, boys are assertive. Same behavior, completely different value assigned. Then emotional labor gets feminized. Girls are taught to notice feelings, smooth tension, adapt, include. Boys are allowed to externalize discomfort as action. One learns to manage the room, the other gets to shape it. Authority is modeled as masculine. Care is modeled as feminine. Even when women hold power, they're expected to soften it, justify it, or apologize for it. Girls are taught to be visible for men, but invisible for themselves. Be attractive, but not vain, confident, but not intimidating, smart, but not threatening. That contradiction fractures self-trust very early. Male discomfort is treated like a crisis. Female discomfort is treated like an annoyance. So women learn early to accommodate before they even know what they're doing. Desire is trained before consent. Girls learn their bodies are evaluated. Boys learn persistence is romantic. Entitlement gets mistaken for chemistry. And when women are independent, it's framed as a problem to solve. Cold, difficult, unlikable. Belonging becomes conditional on watering ourselves down. That's why misogyny is such a stealth egregore. It doesn't need hatred. It runs on normalization. But here's why it's weakening now. Egregores don't collapse because they're exposed just once. They collapse when people stop carrying them internally. More women are no longer asking, what's wrong with me? They're asking, what system trained all of us to feel, think, and act this way? And the way you dissolve a stealth egregore isn't by fighting it. It's by starving it. You stop internalizing its messages. You decline emotional labor by default. You stay coherent under projection. And this part really matters. If you don't need permission for it, don't explain it. Don't explain why you said no. Don't explain why you set a boundary. Don't explain why you chose differently. Don't explain why you're confident. Don't explain why you're not accommodating. Explanation, when it isn't required, is a form of self-correction. Stealth egregores feed on pre-apology, over-clarification, and self-dilution. When you state and stop, the loop breaks. Misogyny survives through internal compliance, and systems built on internal compliance collapse the moment compliance ends. You don't have to fight the field, you just have to stop carrying it.